of human rights abuses in the country in relation with Kenya's state of mental health. Let's cross over live.
Old woman to a motorbike and dragging her along a maram path in Kuresoi for allegedly being involved in a robbery incident. Number 2, we witnessed Mr. Samuel Ndungu and his wife from Madira, Nyeri County, who wanted to give up their 2 children, citing agony due to inability to feed them. We also saw the police killing over 20 youth from informal settlements in Nairobi in a period of less than a month. Beatrice Mwende Kimodhoi, who killed her 4 children in Naivasha, Nakuru County, had cited the devil and her ex-boyfriend as the cause of her committing the murder of her children. We also witnessed the police killing of a fetus, a 4-year-old girl and a 6-year-old boy in Kibundani, Kwale County. Residents of Nyalenda slums in Kisumu have also complained of the lynching of 4 youth. Police shooting dead a cobbler, or rather a shoe shiner, in the head in Lesos Trading Center, sparking riots that led to at least 2 more being shot dead and property worth millions destroyed. We've seen decomposing bodies of 2 children found in a vehicle in Athi River Police Station, and this is still disturbing and leaves more questions than answers. Local administrators, including chiefs, have also been involved in defiling of minors in Wajir. We've also seen increased incestuous relationships with teenagers, leading to some teenagers wanting to sell their children for as little as 3,000 for fear of being labeled as outcasts. While in the past, the country has, at one time or another, reported similar acts, never had we had a situation where all such cases are reported within the short span of time. As Haki Africa, we call for urgent strategies, mechanisms, and actions to address the state of Kenya's mental health. While this is no excuse to the human rights violations experienced by many, these cases speak volumes to the existing disparities in addressing mental health in the country. We hereby call upon the government to act on the following. Number 1, that the police are responsible for high numbers of human rights abuses reported in the last few months. It is irresponsible for the same individuals who are supposed to be protectors of the people to end up being violators. As Haki Africa, we hereby call for the immediate arrest and relief from work of officers engaging in killings and human rights abuses. We further call on the CS Dr. Fred Matiang'i and Inspector General Henry Mutiambai to immediately introduce mandatory psychosocial support for every officer in the service. Number 2, all the COVID-19 treatment should be accompanied by mandatory mental and emotional support, not only for the sick, but also their families. Government must immediately prioritize addressing stigma associated with COVID-19 and put mechanisms to ensure those sick and their families are not ostracized by their communities. Number 3, the Ministry of Health should integrate mental health in the primary health care services supported by NHIF cover. This will enable Kenyans to get necessary support required to address their mental and emotional health needs. Number 4, to cushion Kenyans from economic stress and trauma, the government must do better to support them economically. It is not enough to ask Kenyans to stay at home, as this does not answer their economic needs. If need be, the state should cut salaries of senior civil servants and parliamentarians to make more resources available to the poor in communities. And lastly, the government must consider reopening the economy. The mental and emotional stress associated with this is far too much to bear and is costing more lives than the disease itself. Strict measures should be put in place to control the spread of the disease, but the economy should be opened up to allow Kenyans to return to their normal lives and end this spate of human rights abuses. Thank you.
Thank you very much. and we will make the statements available to everyone. Just very briefly, before I give my colleague, I hope Mumbi is seated, to speak. From the exercise we've carried out in the last 2 to 3 weeks, we have confirmed that Kenyans are mentally and emotionally disturbed. They are fatigued, they are stressed, and unfortunately, they are taking it out on each other, leading to high numbers of gross human rights abuses in the country. The police, who are supposed to have been trained to deal with such situations, unfortunately, instead of being protectors, have turned into perpetrators and are leading in these human rights abuses that are being reported in the country. We, as civil society, we are calling on the government to take urgent measures to address the deteriorating human rights situation in the country. Kenyans are crying out loudly and want to resume normalcy soonest possible. We are appealing to the state, we are appealing to communities, we are appealing to individuals to look at each other in a manner that portrays sympathy and empathy. The time has come for Kenyans to unite to end these human rights violations and abuses that are being reported in our country. And now I will request one of our colleagues, Mumbi, who has been actively involved in the issue of evictions here in Nairobi, to speak to us about her experiences in addressing some of these abuses and how these abuses have been linked to the emotional and mental well-being of Kenyans. Mumbi, karibu.
Okay, asante sana Hussein, and kwa majina naitwa Ruth Mumbi. Mimi ni mwanaharakati na mtetezi wa haki za kina mama na watoto. Na leo hii niko hapa kuunga mkono mimi ni mwanaharakati mtetezi wa kina mama na haki za watoto. Na it's very sad, in the past 2 or rather 1 month, we have witnessed a state sanctioned mental disability, ambapo serikali iliamua kuevict more than 5,000 watu kule Kariobangi, na waliokuwa walidhoofika zaidi walikuwa wamama, watoto, wamama wajawazito, wamama wale elderly, na wale single mothers na teenage mothers. And then effects hizo evictions ziliwa affect zaidi, ziliwa affect psychologically, ziliwa affect mentally, na hata kifedha. Na what we saw after the evictions ni ya kwamba watu wengi na wamama wengi walishindwa kujilipia nyumba, kwa sababu zile evictions zilifanyika mwisho wa mwezi. Already they had already paid their rent. And majority of these women ni wale wanafanya kazi za dobi, wanaenda kufua nguo kule Isili, na Isili ilikuwa under lockdown. So what it meant, wamama wamepoteza mahali pa kukaa na hata wakapoteza livelihoods. So kuna kesi tulideal nazo za wamama wajawazito ambao walievictiwa, wakapoteza kila kitu, vitu za nyumba, wakapoteza mpaka manguo, na wakapoteza hata medical records. Kwa hawa mama, nakumbuka kuna mama mmoja ambaye mimba juu ile depression na trauma aligo through after the evictions, mimba ilianza kutoka, na tulipompeleka hospitali tuliambiwa na daktari it's because of the trauma ambayo aligo through after the evictions. Kwa sababu huyu mama akiwa mjamzito wa miezi 7 alilala nje kwa baridi, kwa sababu wakati evictions zilifanyika kulikuwa kunanyesha. So walilala nje kwa baridi siku 4, hakuwa na mahala ya kuenda. So mtoto akaanza ni kama alianza kutoka. Then the medical report ikaonyeshana ya kwamba ni juu ya depression ambayo aligo through. Na last week mmoja aliweza kupata mtoto na ni mama ambaye hakuwa na historia ya complication yoyote kwa sababu ako na mtoto wa 4. Lakini hii mimba ambayo alikuwa nayo akienda kuzaa pomwani go through CS, alipata pia complications. So you can see vile hizi violations ambazo zingine ni serikali yenyewe ambayo inadhulumu watu wake, ina affect mpaka ule mama ambaye ni mchochole anaishi katika hali duni. So sisi kama wamama tunasema ya kwamba it's high time serikali ianze kufikiria jinsi itaanza kucushion hawa wamama. Tuliona the last address to the nation, President alisema ya kwamba ameset aside 2 billion shillings to bail out hospitality industries. We are yet to see the President setting aside to bail out all women who are vulnerable, women in the domestic care work, women in the mama mboga, women ambao wanaenda kufanya kazi ndogo ndogo. Tumeona ameweka mikakati ya kucushion vijana na ilhali pia wamama wanaumia. So we are yet to see President pia atoe na set aside pesa ambazo zitakusha wamama ambao ni vulnerable. Kwa jili pia hawa wamepoteza livelihoods. Wamama waendi kufua nguo kwa sababu hakuna mtu anataka kuona mtu kwake, because kila mtu analilia kuhusu safety yake. Ni hayo tu.
Well, Haki Africa right there giving a presser on the state of human rights abuses in the country and the link to mental health with everything that's going on with the pandemic as well as the recently viewed demolitions. Well, it's definitely an important subject right there. We'll keep you updated about how that develops. Let's take a look at other developing news as Kenya struggles to curb the spread of the coronavirus. The East African